Pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Please allow me to have a moment of your time. This is probably what could be considered our first coffee talk. Coffee Talk is an initiative whereby we get together with a cup of coffee or cup of tea and talk about an issue that is related to management at Bermuda College. And so pull up a chair and pour your virtual cup of coffee or your actual cup of coffee, and let's talk about the issue of vacation approvals. This topic came up for one manager who visited my office just to find out what was our policy on vacation approvals, because it's usually thought to be something that's based on seniority or first come, first serve. And so, of course, we look at the Employment Code of Conduct, and I would like to refer you to 9.13.2 and 9.13.3. Those particular articles are very instructive in how we should handle it. So first of all, the reason that this comes up is because once the vacation allotment has been approved in January and an employee gets their 20 days or some odd, some employees are quite voracious in their eagerness to book their vacation in advance. And some of them book all of the good choice vacation spots and slots the week before or the days preceding the holiday or the days succeeding the holiday, and they get exactly the best spots. And if someone is not as eager and not as organized, then that means that they're never really able to avail themselves of this extended vacation or choice vacation. The same thing happens with school closings. We have a lot of who have small children or who are school-aged children who attend school. And so therefore, they would want the February holiday, they would want the October holiday, they would want the April holiday around Good Friday. And so some people get them all, and then that would leave very little in terms of an opportunity for others, because you have to look at coverage in your department. And if you don't have coverage, then you, as the manager, would be hard pressed to provide that coverage. And so let's talk about the approvals process and how we can carry it out and administer the vacation approvals process in the spirit of fairness and equity, which is articulated in 9.13.5. It actually says the spirit of fairness and empathy. Yes, we want to have empathy, but we have to equitably distribute the vacation to be perceived to be fair. Okay, so 9.13.2 says that employees must follow general timelines associated with making a request, and that it should be made at least 30 days in advance. And the advance days of 30 notice is suggested so that travel arrangements can be made and so that you can make your scheduling coverages for the absence of that employee. But some employees are asking for it 11 months, which is 330 days in advance. Not just 30, but 330 days in advance. And unless, as a manager, you are sitting on a crystal ball and you can see everything that's going to happen environmentally to the college and among your other staff members, it's not really practical to hem yourself in for these vacations that are way out into the future. Now, the Code of Conduct suggests 30 days. I would say that as a manager, it will be well within your right to say that I will approve vacations on a quarterly basis. So this is January. I am taking them from January to March. And then you're looking at a 3-month segment of time, which is much more reasonable and much more fair to you as the manager, so that you can be compliant with 9.13.5, which is fairness, empathy, and equity. Okay, the other alternative is a 6-month interval. Some managers may want to do it in 6-month increments. But if you have the same employee who wants to have the week before Christmas every time, or the 3 days before Remembrance Day, or the week before Cup Match, or the week after Cup Match, every single year. I would put, if you have 8 public holidays and you have 8 employees, then you would just put that on a rotation. And one year you'd have this, and next year you'd have that. If they cannot talk about it and come to agreement. But I would be very much in favor of creating that matrix. If you had 4 employees and you had 8 holidays, okay, then you can have 2 of these choice slots, but you're not able to have all of the holidays, because someone who's not as organized, someone who is not as savvy or proactive may invariably not be able to take any of the days surrounding a holiday if someone else has been more organized, more careful, and more voracious, I guess is the word I used earlier, in choosing and asking for those days. And so I think that in the spirit of 9.13.5, don't hem yourself in with these advanced vacation days, because it will probably end up being a situation that's going to cause you some angst and cause you to have an unfavorable situation in your department surrounding holidays. Hope that helps. If you want to talk further, please call me, book a time, and we can talk about this further. If you're satisfied with this, fine. Feel free to email back if you have any further concerns. Okay, I hope that helps. And this is Friday, and hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.